we're launching in Jamaica. We're like, you know what, let's do something different. You know what I mean? And we just build the rhythm and just got some artists.
From the track to a life of luxury, Usain Bolt's journey has been nothing short of legendary. Known for his record-breaking victories and global fame, Bolt has redefined what it means to be a champion. But what does life look like now for the fastest man in the world? In this video, we take you inside Usain Bolt's extraordinary lifestyle. From his breathtaking Jamaican mansion, designed for relaxation and reflection, to his impressive collection of high-performance cars. Every detail showcases a life shaped by unparalleled success, both on and off the track. We'll explore his career achievements, the decisions that catapulted him to international stardom, and his estimated net worth in 2025. This is more than just a story about speed. It's a look at how Usain Bolt's determination, talent, and relentless work ethic turned him into one of the world's most influential icons. Net worth and financial empire. As of 2025, Usain Bolt's estimated net worth hovers between 90 and 100 million, a staggering figure for an athlete whose prime sport isn't known for its financial windfalls. But Bolt, ever the outlier, didn't just outrun opponents, he outran expectations, and in doing so, rewrote the economics of sprinting. The bulk of his fortune was never in prize money. In fact, most sprint purses are modest, even at elite levels. Bolt's genius lay not just in his acceleration on the track, but in the way he turned that speed into a global brand. His longtime partnership with Puma, which began when he was just 16 years old, became the foundation of his financial empire. Over the years, Bolt reportedly earned over $10 million annually from the German sportswear giant, making him the face of a new generation of athletic marketing. But Puma was just the beginning. Endorsement deals poured in from Gatorade, Visa, Hublot, Nissan, and Virgin Media. Each one attracted not just to his achievements, but to the charisma that made him a marketer's dream. He wasn't just fast, he was fun, photogenic, and unforgettable. Outside of endorsements, Bolt has ventured boldly into business. He co-founded Bolt Mobility, a micro-mobility startup aiming to revolutionize electric transport in urban areas. Though the company shuttered in 2023 amid financial troubles, the move signaled Bolt's appetite for innovation. He also launched his own champagne line, partnered with Soul Electronics for a line of headphones, and opened the Traxon Records restaurant chain across Jamaica and the UK. Real estate investments, especially across Jamaica and reportedly in London and Australia, add to his growing portfolio. Combined with smart financial management and diversified income streams, Bolt has insulated his wealth from the short shelf life that plagues many athletes post-retirement. Today, his fortune isn't just a reflection of his athletic success, it's a case study in brand power, global appeal, and strategic legacy building. For Bolt, financial freedom wasn't the finish line, it was just another race, and like always, he ran it on his own terms. Career achievements. Usain Bolt didn't just win races, he transcended them. His career wasn't a sequence of finish lines, but a symphony of speed, rhythm, and dominance that reshaped the sport of athletics forever. From the crack of the starter pistol to the final chest dip at the tape, he turned the 100 meters into poetry and himself into a legend. It all began with a flash of promise at the 2002 World Junior Championships in Kingston, Jamaica, where a 15-year-old Bolt became the youngest ever World Junior gold medalist in the 200 meters. Even then, towering above his peers at 6 feet 5 inches, he was a contradiction, too tall, too unorthodox for sprinting. But that would soon become his greatest weapon. Under the mentorship of revered coach Glenn Mills, Bolt sharpened his natural power with discipline and precision. Injuries threatened his early progression, but by 2008, he arrived on the global stage with thunder in his stride. At the Beijing Olympics, he stunned the world, winning gold in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay, all in world record times. He made it look effortless, even slowing down to thump his chest before the finish line. His 9.69 seconds in the 100 meters was thought to be unbeatable, until he beat it himself a year later at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, clocking an astonishing 9.58 seconds. To this day, it remains the fastest 100 meters ever run. Bolt followed Beijing with 2 more Olympic sweeps, London 2012 and Rio 2016, winning 8 gold medals overall. He would have had 9, but a doping violation by a 2008 relay teammate later stripped him of 1. Even so, his unmatched record in major championships, 11 World Championship golds, countless Diamond League wins, and multiple Athlete of the Year titles, cements him as the most dominant sprinter in history. But it wasn't just what he won, it was how he did it. Bolt raced with joy, dancing before the blocks, striking his now iconic lightning bolt pose, turning every stadium into a stage. Fans didn't just watch him, they celebrated him. He brought charisma to the lanes, transforming athletics from sport to spectacle. In 2017, Bolt took his final competitive lap at the World Championships in London. Fittingly, it ended not with victory, but with an injury in the 4x100-meter relay, an emotional human farewell to an otherwise godlike career. Yet retirement didn't slow him down. Bolt pursued football briefly, training with Borussia Dortmund and playing professionally for Australia's Central Coast Mariners. Though the stint was short-lived, it showed his drive to explore beyond the oval track. Today, Usain Bolt's career is more than a record book. It's a mythology, etched in gold, powered by grace, and still unmatched by any sprinter alive. House Tour: Usain's Properties. When Usain Bolt retreats from the world, he doesn't just go home. He returns to a space that reflects everything he's built: peace, prestige, and perspective. Perched high in the hills of Kingston, Jamaica, Bolt's primary residence is a custom-designed sanctuary that embodies both modern elegance and island soul. The estate unfolds across multiple levels, cascading into the landscape like a structure designed to breathe with the earth. At the heart of the home is a sleek, open-concept living area, anchored by floor-to-ceiling glass walls that dissolve into panoramic views of Kingston's skyline and the distant Caribbean Sea. It's a home suspended between the clouds and the coast, an architectural metaphor for Bolt himself. Outside, an infinity-edge pool mirrors the horizon, its waterline almost indistinguishable from the ocean beyond. Here, Bolt often lounges with family, hosts close friends, or simply reflects. Feet dipped in water, mind still running laps. The interiors are a fusion of contemporary design and athletic nostalgia. Neutral tones dominate the palette: polished concrete, brushed steel, soft grays, punctuated by vibrant Jamaican art and custom furnishings. A private trophy room, climate-controlled and museum-lit, houses his Olympic and World Championship medals, rare memorabilia, and framed photographs from his greatest races. No athlete's home would be complete without a high-performance space, and Bolt's home gym is world-class. Outfitted with the latest equipment, recovery machines, and a private massage room, it's a daily reminder that greatness doesn't retire, it evolves. Elsewhere, a music studio, media room, and expansive terrace with outdoor dining complete the experience. It's a house designed for both introspection and celebration. But Kingston isn't his only haven. Bolt is also reported to own property in Australia, a nod to his brief football career there, and there are whispers of a London penthouse, an urban base in one of the cities that embraced him most passionately during his career. More than a luxury compound, Bolt's home tells a quiet story, one of movement turned stillness, and of a man who ran toward the world for years, now finally enjoying the luxury of space, stillness, and family, in a home built not just to impress, but to endure. Car collection. Speed isn't just a profession for Usain Bolt, it's a passion, and nowhere is that more apparent than in his personal fleet of luxury cars. His garage is a mechanical tribute to velocity, power, and style, each vehicle telling its own story about the man behind the wheel. At the center of this collection sits the gold Nissan GT-R Bolt Edition, a one-of-a-kind supercar custom-made for the fastest man in the world. It was gifted to Bolt by Nissan in 2012, finished in metallic gold and adorned with his signature on the dashboard. With its 545 horsepower engine and aggressive stance, the GTR is more than a car. It's a symbol, a fusion of engineering excellence and athletic dominance. But Bolt's need for speed doesn't stop there. Among his most prized possessions is a Ferrari F430 Spider, sleek in design and ferocious in performance. The convertible V8 roars with the kind of intensity that matches Bolt's energy on the track. Unapologetic and unforgettable. Then there's the BMW M3, one of his earlier indulgences, a car he famously crashed in 2009 but quickly replaced. Its precise handling and compact power made it a favorite in his younger days, long before garages became galleries. Bolt also owns a Jeep Wrangler, fully customized and tailored for his Jamaican lifestyle. It's rugged, reliable, and ideal for navigating the island terrain, whether he's heading to the countryside or the coast. The Wrangler represents a different kind of speed, freedom, not force. Beyond performance, Bolt's collection reflects his personality. Bold yet tasteful, luxurious but grounded. There are whispers of additional vehicles, Range Rovers, Audi SUVs, and even an electric model tied to his now-defunct Bolt mobility brand, hinting at his curiosity about the future. What unites these machines isn't just horsepower or design, it's their alignment with Bolt's core identity. Each car serves as an extension of his duality, the public icon of speed and the private man of precision. In Bolt's world, cars are not just transportation, they are trophies, rolling expressions of a legacy built on motion, now cruising comfortably through a life well-earned. Fashion and style. Usain Bolt's style mirrors his persona, confident, effortless, and unmistakably Caribbean. Whether walking the red carpet or arriving courtside at a global event, Bolt wears fashion the way he once wore the 100 meters, like it was made for him. At first glance, his aesthetic leans toward the modern athlete archetype, tailored streetwear, designer sneakers, and sleek silhouettes. But look closer, and his wardrobe tells a more nuanced story, one of cultural pride and personal evolution. Bold prints inspired by Jamaica's vibrancy, layered with the clean lines of European fashion houses, define his signature look. A longtime ambassador for Puma, Bolt has collaborated on exclusive footwear and apparel drops, often infused with his signature gold accents and lightning bolt motifs. His appearances in Puma campaigns are not just product showcases. They are cultural statements, bridging high performance and high fashion. When occasion calls, Bolt steps easily into bespoke tailoring, favoring slim-cut tuxedos, velvet blazers, and watches from brands like Hublot, with whom he also signed an endorsement deal. He's been spotted wearing everything from Gucci loafers to custom varsity jackets stitched with Olympic dates, always threading style with symbolism. But unlike many style icons, Bolt never feels curated. There's an effortless cool in his presentation, a sense that the clothes enhance the man but never define him. He dresses with the same charisma that made fans fall in love with him on the track, relaxed, radiant, and unapologetically authentic. In an era where image is often engineered, Bolt's fashion stands out because it flows naturally from the life he leads. Comfortable in luxury, grounded in identity, his style speaks the language of a man who has nothing left to prove, only stories left to wear. Love life and family. Beyond the spotlight, beyond the stadiums and the screaming fans, Usain Bolt's most cherished title isn't World's Fastest Man, it's Father. And the world he's built with longtime partner Cassie Bennett reveals a different side of the legend. Gentle, grounded, and deeply devoted to family. Cassie Bennett, a Jamaican businesswoman and model, has been Bolt's partner for over a decade. Though their relationship remained private in its early years, the pair gradually embraced a more public presence, sharing rare glimpses of their bond through social media and intimate interviews. Together, they project a calm strength, a partnership built on mutual respect, loyalty, and shared values. In 2020, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Olympia Lightning Bolt. Her name, a poetic blend of athletic legacy and celestial wonder, instantly captured global attention. Since then, the Bolt family has grown, with the birth of twin boys in 2021, St. Leo and Thunder. The symbolism wasn't lost on fans. Olympia, Thunder, and St. Leo, a nod to Bolt's own middle name, a trio of names that echo power, peace, and playfulness. Bolt has often spoken about how fatherhood transformed his outlook on life. "It puts everything in perspective," he once said. The man who once trained to shave milliseconds off his time now spends slow Sunday mornings with his children, pushing toy cars, reading bedtime stories, and playing dancehall music in the living room. The family resides primarily in Jamaica, where privacy comes naturally, and the pace of life suits their rhythm. Bolt's Kingston estate isn't just a display of wealth. It's a fortress of peace for his young family. Outdoor play areas, security systems, and private space ensure that Olympia, Thunder, and St. Leo grow up far from the glare of celebrity. Despite their fame, Bolt and Bennett maintain a life that's refreshingly grounded. They attend local events, support Jamaican charities, and are often seen laughing together. No entourages, no flashbulbs, just a family choosing presence over performance. In a world that often defines greatness by numbers, Bolt's legacy as a father may one day matter even more than his records. Because in the quiet moments, in bedtime hugs, poolside giggles, and shared dreams, Usain Bolt is not just racing ahead. He's right where he belongs. Philanthropy and personal interests. Usain Bolt's legacy stretches far beyond finish lines and gold medals. While the world knows him for speed, those closest to him recognize a man deeply rooted in purpose, especially when it comes to giving back. For Bolt, success has never been singular. It's been a platform to lift others. At the center of that mission is the Usain Bolt Foundation, a charitable organization focused on creating opportunities for children and young people, particularly through education and cultural development. Its mantra, "Opportunities through Education and Cultural Development," echoes Bolt's own journey from a rural Jamaican town to global stardom. The foundation has supported initiatives around the world, from computer labs in Jamaica to school reconstruction projects in Haiti and Africa. But it's not just about cutting checks, it's about showing up. Bolt frequently visits schools, donates equipment, and takes time to personally engage with young athletes and students, always with the message, "Believe in your dreams and work relentlessly." Beyond philanthropy, Bolt's interests reveal a playful, passionate side often unseen in press rooms. A self-professed music lover, he's ventured into music production, especially within the dancehall and reggae scene. Under his label, A-Team Lifestyle, Bolt has released singles and collaborated with local artists, merging his influence with Jamaica's vibrant soundscape. He's also an avid gamer, a pastime that began as a simple hobby, but evolved into live-streamed gaming sessions and investments in esports. Known to play FIFA and Call of Duty, Bolt has often used gaming platforms to connect with fans on a personal level. Football remains close to his heart as well. Though his professional career was brief, Bolt continues to support clubs, attend matches, and train casually. Still fueled by the competitive fire that shaped his youth, in every interest, in every cause, Bolt carries one message: that greatness isn't about spotlight. It's about service, joy, and legacy. Whether on the track, in the studio, or among schoolchildren, he moves with the same purpose: to leave the world faster, brighter, and better than he found it. Early life and background. The story of Usain Bolt begins in the quiet rural town of Sherwood Content, nestled in the hills of Trelawney, Jamaica. Long before the gold medals, world records, and worldwide adoration, a young Usain was just another child running barefoot along dusty Jamaican roads, chasing something far bigger than himself. Bolt was born on August 21, 1986, to Wellesley and Jennifer Bolt. His father owned a small grocery store, while his mother was a dedicated schoolteacher. In a community where track and field wasn't yet the sport of global superstars, Bolt's earliest athletic experiences didn't take place on a professional track, but on the fields where boys played cricket. It was his first love. He was a fast bowler, constantly racing to deliver the ball and showing an innate sense of rhythm and speed. But even in cricket, his towering frame, standing well above 6 feet by his teenage years, set him apart. It wasn't long before his physical gifts caught the attention of coaches, and in his early teens, Bolt shifted focus from cricket to sprinting. It was a transition that almost didn't happen. His early attempts at running were marked by awkwardness and a lack of technical refinement. But that raw potential was undeniable. In high school at William Knibb Memorial High, Bolt's potential began to shine. His first big breakthrough came when he was just 15 years old. At the 2002 World Junior Championships in Kingston, Bolt won gold in the 200 meters, making him the youngest world junior champion in history. But the win wasn't just about talent, it was a turning point. He was now a teenager on the world's radar, and Jamaica had a new sporting hero in the making. Despite the early success, Bolt remained humble and grounded in his small-town roots. His family remained close-knit, with Bolt describing his parents as his bedrock, especially his mother, Jennifer, who instilled in him a deep sense of discipline, respect, and determination. The years that followed were a blend of struggle and growth. The path to greatness wasn't linear. Bolt battled injuries, coaching changes, and skepticism over his tall frame, which some believed was unsuited for sprinting. Yet every setback only fueled his resolve. He trained tirelessly, and with the guidance of coach Glenn Mills, he found his stride, both in running and in life. By the time he reached the international stage, Bolt wasn't just a sprinter. He was an idea, an embodiment of relentless ambition and a symbol of how far raw talent could take you when coupled with resilience. Rise to fame. The road from Sherwood content to the global stage was anything but straightforward. Though Usain Bolt showed early promise in the 200 meters, his true rise to fame began with an electrifying record-shattering performance at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Before Beijing, Bolt was known in Jamaica, but still largely a mystery to the rest of the world. His breakthrough came in the 100 meters, an event where the fastest man on the planet would be crowned. On August 16, 2008, Bolt stormed to a world record time of 9.69 seconds, a time so fast that it appeared almost effortless. In a moment that would be replayed countless times, Bolt celebrated before even crossing the finish line, pumping his chest, waving to the crowd, and slowing down. The world was captivated by not just his speed, but his undeniable charisma. Just 2 days later, in the 200-meter final, Bolt ran another world record, finishing in 19.30 seconds, a feat so impressive that it became more than just a race. It was a statement. Bolt had arrived, and he wasn't just a sprinter, he was a cultural phenomenon. The lightning bolt pose, arms outstretched in celebration, became instantly iconic, symbolizing joy, power, and confidence. The Beijing Olympics were only the beginning of Bolt's meteoric rise. In 2009, at the World Championships in Berlin, he further solidified his place in history with back-to-back world record-breaking performances in the 100 meters, 9.58 seconds, and 200 meters, 19.19 seconds, setting two records that would stand for nearly a decade. His speed, mixed with his flair for the dramatic, transformed track and field from a sport of athletes into a spectacle of entertainment. Fans weren't just coming to see races, they were coming to watch Bolt rewrite the record books. With each race, the media attention escalated. Bolt's easy smile, his lightning bolt pose, and his playful, fun-loving demeanor resonated with fans worldwide. He became not just the fastest man alive, but also one of the most marketable athletes in the world. His personality shone through in every appearance, from global ad campaigns to high-profile interviews, cementing his role as an international ambassador of sport. By the time the London 2012 Olympics came around, Usain Bolt was already a legend, and the world watched in awe as he captured 3 more Olympic gold medals, cementing his legacy as the greatest sprinter the world had ever seen. In the span of just 4 years, Bolt transformed from a promising talent into a global icon whose name became synonymous with greatness, speed, and joy. His rise to fame was as fast as his legendary sprints, blazing and unforgettable. Hidden talents and lesser-known facts. While the world knows Usain Bolt as the world's fastest man, there are layers to him that go beyond his record-breaking runs. Away from the track, Bolt is a man of many talents and interests that often go unnoticed by his global audience. One of his greatest passions is music, specifically dancehall and reggae. Bolt, deeply rooted in Jamaican culture, has made his mark in the music world, not only as a fan, but as a creator. Under his label, A-Team Lifestyle, he's produced several singles, blending his love for the island's music with his creative energy. Bolt's connection to music isn't just professional, it's deeply personal, a rhythm that fuels his spirit just as much as the sound of the starting gun. Another lesser-known aspect of Bolt's personality is his gaming hobby. In a world dominated by esports, Bolt is a casual gamer. He often takes to platforms like Twitch to live stream his gaming sessions, playing FIFA and Call of Duty with fans. It's a relaxing escape for the athlete, who finds joy in competing digitally when he's not physically pushing his body to its limits. In addition to these hobbies, Bolt is an avid philanthropist outside of his well-known foundation. He's also been quietly involved in youth football in Jamaica, mentoring aspiring young athletes in the sport he once pursued before sprinting stole his heart. These interests show that, while the world may know him for his speed, Usain Bolt is just as fast at pursuing passions that keep his life balanced and fulfilled. Scandals or setbacks. Even the most iconic athletes face their share of setbacks, and Usain Bolt is no exception. Despite his incredible success, there were moments that cast shadows on his otherwise golden career. One of the most notable setbacks came in 2017, when a doping scandal led to the stripping of one of his Olympic gold medals from the 2008 Beijing Games. The controversy stemmed from a doping violation by one of his relay teammates, Nesta Carter, who was found guilty of testing positive for a banned substance. As a result, Bolt's team lost their gold in the 4x100-meter relay, a heartbreaking moment that erased one of the most treasured victories of his career. While Bolt himself was never implicated in the scandal, it was a painful reminder of the complexities and vulnerabilities that even the greatest athletes face. In 2017, Bolt also experienced a physical setback during the World Championships in London. A hamstring injury during the final race of his career resulted in a heartbreaking exit. Instead of ending his farewell tour with a victory, he limped off the track in a scene that shocked fans around the world. This injury marked a poignant and emotional end to his competitive sprinting career, showing that even legends must face the inevitable decline of time and body. Though these challenges were difficult, they never fully defined Bolt's legacy. His response, gracious, resilient, and focused on the positive, only enhanced his stature as an icon of not just speed, but perseverance. Legacy and cultural impact. Usain Bolt didn't just break records, he broke barriers. As the world's fastest man, his cultural impact transcended the track, leaving an indelible mark on sports, entertainment, and global culture that is felt to this day. Bolt's influence on athletics is nothing short of revolutionary. Before him, sprinting was often seen as a raw, no-frills competition, a race to the finish line. But Bolt turned it into a spectacle, blending speed with showmanship, personality with precision. His now iconic lightning bolt pose became a global symbol, representing not just athleticism, but joy, freedom, and confidence. Bolt showed the world that sport could be more than just competition. It could be an experience, a celebration, and a moment of shared excitement. His presence on the track made people tune in, not only to watch records fall, but to witness history in the making. His cultural impact extended far beyond athletics, particularly in his native Jamaica. Bolt became a global ambassador for the island, showcasing its rich culture, music, and spirit to a worldwide audience. His success became a beacon of hope for young people, particularly in Jamaica and the Caribbean, proving that with hard work and determination, the world could be conquered, no matter where you come from. But Bolt's influence isn't just measured in medals. His work in philanthropy through the Usain Bolt Foundation continues to inspire. By focusing on youth education, access to opportunities, and community building, Bolt has created a legacy that is not bound by his athletic achievements, but by his ongoing commitment to lifting others. Bolt's cultural significance extends into mainstream pop culture as well, where his name is synonymous with excellence. Appearances in commercials, collaborations with brands like Puma and Hublot, and even cameos in music videos keep his presence alive in the global zeitgeist. In the grandest sense, Usain Bolt redefined what it meant to be a champion. His legacy is not just about the titles he won, it's about the joy, energy, and humility he brought to every step he took, leaving the world a little faster, a little brighter, and much more inspired. Usain Bolt didn't just run faster than anyone in history. He ran toward a vision of greatness, and in doing so, he lifted an entire generation. From the dusty roads of Sherwood Content to the world's grandest stages, Bolt's journey was never just about speed. It was about pushing boundaries, sharing joy, and building a legacy that transcends time. In every race, every celebration, every philanthropic effort, he's shown the world that being the best isn't just about talent. It's about heart, humility, and how you use your platform to inspire others. Now, in retirement, his life continues to unfold at a breathtaking pace, filled with family, business ventures, and new challenges. But one thing remains unchanged. Usain Bolt's place in history is firmly secured, not just as the world's fastest man, but as a true cultural icon. For Usain Bolt, the race may have ended, but the journey is far from over. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Until next time, keep running towards your dreams.